Okay, class, before we proceed to our lesson, let us first have our prayer. So, everyone, stand up and let us be the presence of our Holy Father.
Good morning, Lord. Today's a new day, a chance for a new start. Yesterday is gone, and with it, any regrets, mistakes, or failures I may have experienced. It's a good day to be glad and give thanks, and I do, Lord. Thank you for today, a new opportunity to love, give, and be all that you want me to be. Today I want to start the day with you on my mind and in my heart. As I dress, let me wear the armor you've provided daily, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, and the sword of the Spirit, with prayer on my tongue, praise for you, and petitions for those around me and those I meet. Feed me today with your daily bread, as the bread of life. Your food, like manna, will sustain me throughout any trials and hungers. Help me to set my thoughts on things above, and to speak only what will help, and encourage others. Keep me from putting my foot in my mouth, and help me guard the affections of my heart today, Lord. Make whatever work I do be marked with excellence rather than perfectionism. As I seek not to make a name, but to make a difference, help me to treat each person I encounter as you would, with respect and love, forgiving others and asking for forgiveness myself when needed. As I start this day, help me remember that I belong to you, and my desire is to act accordingly. Keep my feet from stumbling, and my mind from wandering into distractions that could steal precious time and energy from the most important things you have designed for me. I'm proud to be your child, Lord, and I'm so grateful that you died for me, rising again so that every day could be filled with the wonder of your love, the freedom of your spirit, and the joy of knowing you. I know earthly life is short and fleeting, Lord, but I want to live today as if it were the first or the last day of my life, giving thanks for every good and perfect gift you choose to give. Today and every day, I want to live my life for you, Jesus. In your precious name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hi, everyone. You may now take your seat. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Before we start, is there anyone absent today?
None, sir.
Okay, that's great. Our lesson for today, it's about motion in one direction. The objectives of our lesson for today is, first, define the meaning of acceleration. Then, after that, we will compare and contrast the negative and positive effect or positive acceleration. Lastly, we should analyze how does acceleration apply in our everyday life. But before that, we will play a little game called 4 Picks 1 Word. I will show you a set of pictures and you will tell me what does the picture say. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's proceed. For our first pictures, does anyone know
Sir?
the answer? Yes, Mr. EJ.
Acceleration, sir.
Correct. The first picture shown is acceleration. Next.
Sir,
Yes, Mr.
I
EJ.
think it's time.
That's right. The picture shown is time. Lastly,
Sir.
yes, Mr. EJ.
Direction, sir.
Correct. The final picture shows direction. Okay. Based on the three pictures that I've shown you, does anyone know what our topic all about?
Sir, I think our topic is about acceleration.
Correct. Our topic for today will be all about and revolve about acceleration. Okay. Does anyone know what acceleration is, or do you have any prior knowledge or background of acceleration?
Sir, I think it is connected to speed and velocity.
That's right. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Usually, acceleration means the velocity is changing, but not always. When an object moves in a circular path at a constant speed, it is still accelerating because the direction of its velocity is changing. So basically, acceleration means every time an object moves or changes its direction in a certain speed, we can consider it as a acceleration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's two types of acceleration. Does anyone know what are the two types of acceleration?
Sir,
Yes, Mr.
I
Isi.
think it's about positive and negative acceleration.
Correct. Give him a round of applause. There's two types of acceleration, the positive and negative acceleration. Mr. Isid, can you please read the positive and negative acceleration?
Sir, two types of acceleration. Number one, positive acceleration. It is the increase in velocity with time. While number two, negative acceleration. Negative acceleration means the speed reduces with time. For example, a bus is increasing with an increasing speed as positive acceleration.
That's right. So, just like I said earlier, acceleration is the change of direction of an object. But to further understand or elaborate the meaning of these two types of acceleration, here's a short video about these two so you can understand more their concept.
Okay, sir.
While watching about it, I recommend you to take down some notes because you can really use the facts on this video.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello everyone, today I am going to give you the concept of three basic questions. What is negative and positive acceleration? What is the difference between positive and negative acceleration? What is deceleration and negative acceleration? And at the end of this presentation, I will give you the summary of this whole topic. What is negative and positive acceleration? Acceleration is
Alright class, before we continue, I would like to know you that after this video, we will have a short activity, so you better listen carefully.
Okay, sir.
The quantity and its direction is determined by the change in velocity. If the change in velocity is toward right, then I am taking acceleration as a positive. And if the change in velocity is towards left, then I am taking acceleration as a negative. And similarly, it depends on me if the change in velocity is down, then I am taking acceleration as a positive. And if the change in velocity is up, then I am taking acceleration as a negative. So remember, keep it in your mind, acceleration is determined by the change in velocity. Now what is the difference between positive and negative acceleration? If a body is standing at point A, and if the body is speeding up to the point B, and its initial velocity is vi, and from point B, the body is slowing down to the point C. Here, the change in velocity is towards left. So we say acceleration is from point Y to the point Z, the body is speeding up. So here we say change in velocity is towards right. So we say acceleration is positive. Now again, keep it in mind, if I have another body at point B and it is moving to the point Q and its initial velocity is Vi, and from Q the body is speeding up to the point R and its final velocity is Vf. So here the change in velocity is towards left. So we say acceleration is negative. Now if a body is standing at point R and it is moving to the point S with initial velocity Vi, and from point S the body speed is decreasing. So here the change in velocity is towards right, so we say acceleration is positive. So this is negative acceleration, positive acceleration. Now what is deceleration and negative acceleration? If I ask another question, is deceleration means the speed of the car is slowing down. Is it possible? Because we know deceleration is equal to negative acceleration. Then I will answer these questions in two ways. No and yes. No in the case of a car is standing at point A and it is moving to the point B. Now, if the car is speeding up from point B to the point C. Now here, the change in velocity is towards left, and I know acceleration is negative. But here the car is speeding. So the question is deceleration means the car is slowing down is wrong here. Here the car is speeding up. And yes, in the case of if a car is standing at point A and it is moving to the point B, and from point B the car is moving to the point C, but the speed of the car is decreasing. So here the change in velocity is towards left. Acceleration is negative, car is slowing down, acceleration is deceleration. So this is yes. So there are possibilities. Maybe the deceleration means the car is slowing down, or maybe the deceleration means the car is speeding up. Now to summarize my lecture, negative and positive acceleration is not because of slowing or speeding up a car, but it is because of change in the magnitude and direction of velocity.
Okay, class. I think it's okay that we watch this video because it's all about what the author thinks about the topic. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is wonderful. Okay, let us have a short activity before we proceed to our lesson. Mr. Isid, can you help me post this Manila paper, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Isid. Mr. EJ, can you please read what is the instruction is?
Make a short reflection about the video on how you understand the concept of acceleration.
Okay, thank you, Mr. EJ. Okay, class. I would like you to all have to write your reflection about the video. Okay, class. I will give you 10 minutes to finish your reflection.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, class. Are you all done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pass it forward. Thank you, Mr. Isid. Okay. As I mentioned earlier in the video, velocity and speed have something to do with acceleration. There. But first, let us define what is speed and velocity is. Mr. Isid, can you please read the definition of velocity?
Sir, velocity is the quickness of motion. It's also the derivative of position with respect to time.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, that's correct. Velocity is the speed in a given direction, just like the video said earlier. As we all know, acceleration is the change in direction with respect of time
Yes,
of an
sir.
object. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Alright, now Mr. EJ, can you please read what speed is?
Speed, rate of motion.
That's right. Speed is a rate of motion or how fast an object is traveling.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, class. To further understand the concept of these two, let's compare them. Okay, number one, the difference between these two is that the speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time interval, while velocity is the distance traveled by a body in a specific direction in a unit time interval. It is the displacement per unit time. Okay. Can you give me an example of what speed is, Mr. Isip?
Sir, a car is traveling. A car that is traveling
Yes.
with a rate of motion. While that is an example of speed, sir, I think.
Yes, that's correct. Sir Isip.
While the velocity is when the car is traveling with a specific direction.
Yes, that's right. So, just like what Mr. Isip is, speed is the travel or how fast an object is going, while the velocity is the rate of how fast an object is traveling in a given direction. Okay, for the formula of speed, we have speed equals distance over time, while velocity is equals displacement over time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
you should take some notes in this table because in our further lessons, we will use these two formulas. Okay, let's continue. The third comparison of these two is that speed is a scalar quantity without direction, of course, while the velocity is a vector quantity that has direction.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Another difference between these two is their SI unit. The SI unit of speed is equals SI unit of distance over SI unit of time. Just like in this formula.
Yes, sir.
When the SI unit of velocity is equals to SI unit of displacement over SI unit of time. Just like the formula given on the number 2. Did you get it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Right. Nice. Okay, I have here an example on how you can use this formula. A problem example. Can you please read, Mr. EJ?
The car covers a distance of 20 km due to east in 2 hours and truck covers 60 km in 3 hours due west. What is their speed and velocity?
For the speed, we will use this formula, of course. First, speed is equals distance, which is 20 kilometers over time, which is 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
While for the truck, speed of the truck is 60 kilometers over 3 hours.
Yes, sir. We get
Did you
that.
get it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Clear.
While for the velocity is equals displacement over time. Displacement is also the distance of how far you travel.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Velocity of a car is equals 20, which is the displacement over time, which is 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
While for the truck, the displacement of the truck is 60 kilometers over 3, which is time 3 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As you can see, the truck moves faster than a car. Hence, speed and velocity decided how fast a body is moving.
Yes,
sir.
Okay, is that clear?
Yes,
Clear.
sir.
Okay. Is there any questions?
None so
Sir.
far.
Sir, none so far.
So let us proceed to our activity, group activity. Mr. EJ, can you please read the instruction?
Instruction. Group the class into two and then form a circle in each group. Each group will be given allotted time to formulate a scene on how the acceleration will apply on the specific object that they have chosen. After the given time, each group will perform their presentation so the instructor can assess their performance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. EJ. You can now take your seat. Okay, for this activity class, you will be divided into 2 groups. Then, each of you, well, I give you 20 minutes to formulate on how you will present right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. The activity will be this. Yes. As you can see in the pictures, there are 3 objects in there: a ball, a marble, and a car. You will show how acceleration applied to these objects. You will choose one object, then you will present on how acceleration applied to them. And for this activity, we have our rubric. Rubric on your performance. For originality, we have 20%. Connection to the topic, which is 30%. Explanation, 10%. Creativity, 25%. And lastly, the presentation will be 15%. With the equivalent of 100%. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Okay, good. Okay, now, let's start our okay, now class, you can now start your formulation on how you will present. Then I will give you 20 minutes so that you can discuss some ideas on your group mates.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you all done?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us proceed to the presentation of your work. First, let us have Mr. Isip's work. Mr. Isip's work. Can someone please present your work?
Yes, sir. Ball. Ball. As the ball accelerates, it increases its velocity, and each encounter.
Okay, wait, Mr. Isip. Can you please what is your chosen object? Can you please
Sir,
tell us?
Our chosen subject on this activity is ball.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Isip. Please proceed.
As the ball accelerates, it increases its velocity. Each encounter the same resistance. The upward force compared to the downward force of the light ball is greater than the heavier ball. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Isip. Great work. Okay, now, we will now hear Mr. EJ's group work. Can someone please present your work?
Okay, sir. The object we chosen is the car. A car accelerates whenever its velocity is changed by either changing the speed or the direction of the car's motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. EJ. Okay, now, since you've done an awesome work, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. You see, class, acceleration can apply in many objects. It can also apply in our daily living.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, when it comes to our daily living, acceleration helps us to further improve the things things that help us in our daily work. Like for example, the automotive industry, they improve their product by testing the acceleration of their vehicle on how fast it can go or travel in corners, and it can handle a sudden decrease of velocity. When it comes to these sports, athletes need to gain a proper acceleration in order to win a race, contest, or perform well in a certain contest. Basically, the well-known user of the acceleration is the automotive industry.
Yes, sir.
Because
Sports car.
Yes, that's right, Mr. EJ. Especially on sports cars, they need to build a machine that can handle such corners, high speed, and sudden decrease of velocity. Because if they don't perfect it, the buyers can suffer the effect of their failures,
Yes.
and can cause accidents and deaths. For the athletes, they need to train their body to handle the pressure or the exhaustion of gaining such speed or such force. In order to do that, they must train. For example, in a sprinter, he or she must train his or her body to accelerate well by doing the proper angle to have a perfect launch.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that concludes our lesson. Do you have any questions?
Not so far, sir.
Okay, let's have a quick recap. I have here a summary of our lesson. I have here a summary of our lesson that you can use to take pictures or take the notes. Mr. Easy, can you please read it?
Sir, summary. Acceleration means the velocity is changing but not always. Speed is the distance traveled by body in unit time interval, while velocity is a vector quantity that gives direction.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Easy. Since all of you understand our lesson and don't have any questions, let's have our short quiz. Mr. EJ, can you please read the questions?
Number 1, it is the rate of change of velocity.
Yes. Number 2, Mr. EJ, please.
Number 2, what is the increase in velocity with time?
Number 3, what is the decrease in velocity with time?
And number 4, it determines the direction of the acceleration.
Number 5, it is the quickness of motion.
Okay, class. I will give you 10 minutes to answer these questions, and after that, we will check your work.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, class. Both pens down. Time's up. Let's check your papers and exchange your papers to your seatmate. Okay. For number 1, it is the rate of change of velocity. Yes, Mr. EJ.
Acceleration, sir.
Yes, correct. For number 2, what is the increase in velocity with time? Mr. EJ.
Sir, the increase in velocity with time is positive acceleration.
Correct. For number 3, what is the decrease in velocity with time? Mr. EJ, yes.
The answer for number 3 is negative acceleration, sir.
Correct. For number 4, it is determining the direction of the acceleration. Yes, Mr. Easy.
Sir, the answer for number 4 is change in velocity.
That's right. And lastly, it is the quickness of motion. Yes, Mr. EJ.
The answer is velocity, sir.
That's right. Okay. Who's got the perfect score?
Sir!
Sir.
Okay.
Sir!
Okay, that's nice. All of you got our lessons.
Yay!
Okay, since all of you got our lessons perfectly, that means you understand the topic. I
Yes,
would
sir.
like to give you a project. You will create a short video presentations that represents on how does the weight of an object affect the acceleration.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Each of you, you can pair up with your friend or other classmates to create this video so that you can have someone that will help you finish your work in time. Okay, in this project, you should present to your video the concept on how does the weight of an object affect the acceleration of it. Like for example, if an object is heavier, will it have a faster or slower acceleration?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
Get it?
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's everyone, class. Thank you for listening. You can now pack your things and dismiss.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
See you
Have
next
a
time,
lovely
sir.
day, everyone.
Thank you, sir.